here in the studio. I'm hanging out with Tim Nixon from Dream Home Inspections. And first of all, tell me a little bit about your experience with home inspection, Tim.
Well, I moved here in 1984, and in 1985 bought a house in Frisco. And when I bought the house, back then home inspection was just starting. I don't know if you remember or read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He made his money by flipping homes, and back then they needed someone, a third party to come in and look at the homes. So when I bought my home, the bank had hired an assessor, and the assessor went and found some problems with it. And I fixed them, and since then I've been adding on to the house. I bought rental property and just formalized my training as a certified home inspector, and that's actually out of Boulder, Colorado.
Okay, so how is a home inspector actually different from an appraiser or an assessor?
Well, an appraiser and an assessor are both trying to get the value of the home, and the home inspector is looking for problems with the home, so that would add to the total cost.
Okay, and so why would you really want to hire a home inspector? What's the best reason to do that?
The best way is to actually find out how much that home is worth. If you're buying a house for X amount of money and you need to put a new roof on it, then you have to add that into it.
Sure.
And you should do it before you sign that contract.
Okay, so that's a first step before you actually decide to purchase it.
Yeah, and it's also good for sellers too, because a seller would, if they put their house up for sale, an inspector will come in and find problems with it. So it's better to know beforehand so you can price the home correctly.
Okay, so a good point for all those people that are thinking about selling as well. And so, what do you want people to know about your business?
With my business, I have a lot of experience with construction, and I'm also an objective third party. So I think the main thing is for people to know that I'm honest and I'm almost a local, because I've been here for 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
Which I want to talk about that. I mean, are you a local? Do you consider yourself a local?
Well, I'm getting there. It's almost, let's see, almost 9 for me. So I think that's somewhat qualifying, you know. Maybe another year or so, then I'll be a local.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But 30 years definitely, so.
So yeah, I'm almost a local. Which, I used to work in television, and that was one of the questions we asked was, what makes a local? And it was like, well, do you have to be here 10 years? You have to be here 20 years? And the best answer we found was, a local is someone that gives back to the community. So you could move here, and in the very first year, become a local.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's a great answer. I love that answer. So then, what problems have you found in the inspection business?
Colorado is unique because a homeowner gets to be their own contractor. So I've seen some very creative ways to add on to homes, and a lot of people have bought homes as an investment and they flip them. So a lot of times it's done right, a lot of times it's done wrong. And one big problem that I found is safety issues. If someone converts a very large room into several small rooms, then it doesn't address things like fire safety. Is there a fire exit or an egress? Are there smoke alarms?
Right.
So it's basically safety issues.
Now, I've seen larger rooms divided just by sheets. Tim, have you seen that?
Oh yeah. In my day, we had beads.
See, much better than just the sheets. Yeah, definitely. And so, what are some of the tools that you use?
Well, one tool is an infrared camera, and it's kind of a new thing. It's it actually lets me see through walls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
hello.
Here it is right here.
And you brought it into the studio this morning.
Yeah, so it sees heat, so I can see into walls. I can see if insulation is there or not.
Oh.
And the big thing with home inspection is I can look for water damage.
Oh,
because
okay.
water, something that's wet is cooler because it's evaporating. So I can very quickly scan a room and see if something's leaking out of the roof, and if there is, I can recommend that more inspection be done, because with my inspection, I would go and defer to more specialized experts. So if there's water, there may be mold.
Okay.
So if there's no insulation, then you're losing a lot of energy, and that's a big concern now, is that your home doesn't contribute more pollution than it should.
Right, definitely. And obviously you could also see giant termites too. if that were the case.
Oh yeah, or if anyone's like plastered into the wall, I can see
Right.
that.
Yeah, that would be good. Any kind of like mob stories up here in Summit County? You never know. You
Yeah.
always see that stuff on TV, right? So how long would it take for someone to have their home inspected by you?
A home inspection takes about half a day.
Okay.
Depending on the home, some of the older homes that have been very creatively done take a longer time. But
Right, with the
something
sheets.
that's standard, it's basically half a day.
Okay.
And then I go back to the office and I go through the report. I double check things that I'm not sure about, or I just need to define further, and then get the report by the end of the day.
All right. And so how would someone go about getting that set up?
Just give me a call.
Okay.
Just give me a call. I can set up an appointment with you and get it done within a few days. And another big difference between a home inspection and an assessor is that here in Summit County, our assessors are backed up for weeks and weeks, where home inspectors, you can pretty much get it done the next day.
Oh, that's nice. Really convenient. So, well, Tim, thank you so much for coming on this morning. Definitely
Well,
really
thanks for inviting me.
appreciate it. Sure. And I think we should end this interview with more of that infrared camera. Don't you guys think? I mean, all right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If there were giant termites, you would absolutely
Yeah,
see them.
there's
That is
something back
yeah.
here.
So there's something going on, guys. We just need to get that checked out. All right. We'll be back with more, so don't go away.